welcome. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of 49ers Unfiltered. I am Aaron of 49ers First Takes. We are joined by my co-host, Mike of SF Gold Rush. And man, oh man, this was looking like a pretty standard stream last night when I talked about it with you. And then this morning, we got the news that our de facto owner, or I like to call him like baby boy because it's really the parents own the team. Our guy, Jed York, arrested in some sort of prostitution sting thing going on in Ohio. And this is him in his orange jumpsuit looking like an absolute toolbox. I didn't realize how short he was, but yeah. Mike, what do we got? How many days before the season? 20 days, 15, whatever?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about, Aaron?
I think we're going to talk about Doofus here.
Oh, okay, this
baby
guy.
boy. Yeah, Jed York. He's tiny, 5'8". Oh my God, need a little guy.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm like an inch above that. Salute. Don't be getting us short kings.
I know. Okay, he's Italian though, so I'll give him. You know.
I honestly thought this was fake, Aaron.
So did I.
I had to double check and like confirm with multiple sources to make sure someone wasn't just pulling our tail. And I was like, I cannot fucking believe this guy, dude. Are you serious? Like, and in his hometown, it's at a trailer park. Dude, this all screams to me that he was getting piped down by some dude. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm just thinking, like,
if these owners, they have like these high price escorts that they can go to the Ritz-Carlton and come up. But if it's a dude, you're going to a trailer park, dude. That's how it works.
I was talking to Dre, as you guys know, Dre from Cover 3 podcast. He called me and he's like, "You believe this?" And I was like, he's like, "Why would he go to a trailer park and why would he do this?" And I was like, yeah, he's rich. He can get a call, like a call girl, like a professional, like prostitute to do this. And they wouldn't say anything. And like, it wouldn't be big news to go back all the way to Ohio to some random trailer park meth head neighborhood.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't understand what the driving force. I know he filed for a divorce 3 months ago from his wife, but dude, you're rich. What are you doing?
Yeah. And who knows what were the grounds for the divorce? Nobody knows. What if this wasn't the first time? This is 100. I would bet my entire life net worth. This is not the first time he's done this. And I have a feeling it has to do with the divorce. She either caught him or he revealed to her that he's not into her anymore, or he's into some other crazy shit. And they split up and he's doing this now.
But why though? But why? You're a millionaire. I don't think he's a billionaire. This just doesn't need to happen. This should never. I'm not saying that just because you own a team, like you're just supposed to sit in your office every single day and just be like 49ers and be all like possessed like a demon. But like to go all the way to Ohio.
Well, isn't that his hometown?
Yeah, that's where the Yorks are from. Mm-hmm. They're from Cleveland. It's so weird. Like they have a whole blotter or whatever talking about. Though the one thing that's crazy is it says York was charged with engaging in prostitution, possessing criminal tools, Criminal tools involved the cell phone allegedly used to arrange the encounter.
That makes sense.
Court
Yeah,
documents said York responded to a advertisement on prostitution website and arranged sexual activity for $140.
bro.
My
What
gosh.
kind of quality are you getting for $140? You're a billionaire. You should have these dime pieces who charge whatever amount, and you could do whatever you want. But you're going to the low, like you said, right?
I
You're
got
paying
picked up by ICE. That's pretty funny.
$140. Are you out of your mind, dude? There's something deeper than this here.
Listen,
It's wild.
if you're gonna pay, pardon my French, if you're gonna pay for poon, okay, if you're gonna pay for it, why not go high class? If you're rich,
And you're a
I mean,
billionaire. Yes.
you're still a dirt bag. I mean, but then again, just like we don't like people who pocket check other people for money, people whatever they want to do in their personal life, private life, Mike, that's their own business.
Yeah.
You don't get caught. And you're the quasi owner of the San Francisco 49ers, you're the face of the franchise. I don't even know how you can go forward with him. He might have to step down.
I
The
mean,
league
Robert
would get,
Kraft had his issue. Jerry Jones
that's
has
true.
his issues. You know what I mean? It'll get blown over. He'll probably just lay real low for a long time, and people will forget that he's the owner for a minute. But to me, I think it's not a secret that in these high society circles, especially being that rich, like billionaire is, up there. You're not multimillionaire, you are a billionaire. There's connections, and I'm sure a lot of these guys do it, but that's the thing. Like there's like you have a hookup, like, hey, hook me up with this, escort service that provides, um, NDAs and like, that don't talk and don't disclose anything, and they're high price and they, good looking, and you don't have to worry about getting robbed in the middle of a,
Do your
mid city
business.
trailer park or something, So this just screams to me like super fucking weird, right? Like this
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me unless he's like there's something that he's doing that he does not want people to know. You know
Kenny,
what I
you
mean?
you hit the nail on the head. So we had the Ayuk situation all offseason, which just seemed to have gone away because he's no longer relevant.
Yep.
Then you had Kyle get into a car accident, and there was car accident gate. You got
Yeah.
guys like Grant Cohn try to make it more out of it than it is. But
Yeah.
that's what he does. So that's not a surprise, and that kind of blew over because
Yep.
Kyle's kind of back, and now you got York Gate or Prostitute Gate or whatever. We gotta find a nickname for this guy, but I'm calling him Baby Boy because his parents are really the ones that run the team. This is just crazy, man. Like if you're gonna get your beaner soft, do it like you said, high price, stay in California, go to a really like a Ritz Carlton or something, go to a really nice hotel. I don't know. If you and your wife are
And
getting
with a with
divorced,
a with a service that has, they don't disclose anything. They're very reputable, where this stuff doesn't get out.
instead you're
It's
in
crazy.
bum F freaking Ohio in the middle
Answering
of nowhere.
ads online. What are you
It's so
doing?
weird.
It's so weird, bro. There's way more to this than just, oh, I'm just trying to get, a little
You ever
poonan.
notice that rich people are really weird when it comes to like this kind of stuff?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to get political here, but like you have the whole Epstein files and that whole
Mhm.
situation, and people are like, "Oh, we're only going to focus on Trump," and like there's a lot of famous people that are in there that if you're
Yep,
going to get one, get them all, kind of thing. This
exactly.
kind of stuff happens with whether it's right or not, and whether it's legal or not. The stuff happens with rich folk. Rich people are weird, man. Like
I know, but
you would
that's what I'm saying. Like usually, like in this circle, Aaron, like there's people who do this all the time and they have their connections. They're not going to trailer parks answering ads online. It's like,
it's
hey,
so
I'm gonna
weird.
here's a number, call this, they'll hook you up, like remember Heidi Fleiss, she ran the high priced escort service for celebrities. You know what I mean? And she was very, very confidential. They call her the madame of whatever. And I think who got caught up in that? Like, I think Robert Downey Jr. or something. I can't remember, but she was like the pimp of the prostitutes for celebrities. And nothing ever got disclosed. And I'm surprised this dude's going to trailer parks. It's wild.
Do you think the league comes down on him? Because there's some talk that it could happen. They could take draft picks. How pissed would you be if they lost a draft pick or two because this dude had to go to a trailer park to lose?
I hope it's in
Get his,
round one. That's all I hope.
you say you hope it's in round one?
Yeah, because they fucking miss anyway. So who cares?
Or they're going to trade out. Go ahead.
It sucks, dude. If they punish the team, that would be very, very unfortunate. And yeah, not good. Hopefully they just fine him a lot of money.
I mean, he's got a ton of it,
Yeah.
Most rich people can sweep everything under the rug by paying somebody, but I feel like the league's going to have something to say about this. I'm pretty positive.
Definitely.
Like,
of course.
This is a black mark on the NFL when you got an owner of a team getting caught with a prostitute, which looked like a sting. I would assume that's what it was.
Yeah, there was a sting.
Yeah, there was a sting in Ohio to catch people using this service, and they caught him. Out of all people, you're right. When I saw this, I'm like, this is like a, what do you call like those? What do you call those? Like there's like Facebook groups. There's X profiles. They call them. What's the word? They put out stuff like this all the time. It's like, and it's always like funny memes and Photoshop things of things that have never happened. I can't think of the name, but that's what I thought it was. I saw it on X, right? Or on Instagram, and when I saw who it was, I'm like, oh, he's not super well known, right? And then I go to X and I see our guy Raj from RSF Niners, and I'm like, oh God, this is real.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so bad. It's such a bad look, man.
Bad look, a huge distraction for the team that's coming up. You know what I mean? The season's opening here in a couple weeks. And
Joseph Ehrenberg, perfect profile pick. Yeah.
Oh shit. And their first game is such a big, important game, international, all the way in Australia, where there's gonna be so much media, so much talk. It's the two team, and the 49ers are going to be there a week early. So they're going to be the only team in Australia. So what's everyone going to be talking about? This fucking guy right here.
Be like, hey, mate, what's it like having your owner caught up in a
tank? Yeah.
Going to get his wanker soft in the sex ring in Ohio. And they're going to be like, no comment, please.
Yeah. Every player is going to get asked about it. Everyone's going to, it's just such a huge distraction. It's like the absolute last thing the 49ers need. With all the news of the substation and the injuries and Ayuk and Kyle's car crash. And it's just like, dude.
As the world turns.
Does it stop?
As the 49ers turn. Ayuk's, what's his name? Leal. Y1K. He says Ayuk probably had a point about the organization being weirdos. Apparently. Like, this is just weird, dude. Like, I'm embarrassed as a 49ers fan right now. I mean, things like this happen. Like you said, it happened to Robert Kraft, and it got put back together, and he's still the owner and stuff. And I'm sure, I don't know, man. Do his parents be the one that takes him out? Like, and says, like, you're not going to represent the 49ers. We're going to bring in a sister of yours, or we're going to have Eddie come back, which would never happen.
He's not
me
really
and Dre. Me and Dre were like, we can have Uncle come back, Eddie, as then the Niners win a Super Bowl. He's like, right, and it could be like the craziest story ever. Like,
life. Yeah,
Eddie comes back one year, and like all of a sudden they win the Super Bowl. Embarrassing to say the least. I've seen worse arrest pictures. It's not too bad. It doesn't look too bad. Got a little bit of a farmer's tan around his neckline, but I've seen worse. We've seen some pretty bad ones. I think Nick Nolte has one that was like just really horrible. His hair is like really greasy and it's just kind of like all over the place.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
That's probably one of the worst arrest pictures I've ever seen is Nick Nolte. But anybody in the comments before we kind of switch out of this topic, like just what do you think about the situation? Like, how embarrassed are you? And are you really
Oh,
surprised with
man.
the off season from hell that we've had, where it's just been one piece of crap drama after another?
How many text messages did you get, Aaron, from other teams or from fans of other teams? Like, haha, your
Nobody.
owner. Nobody? Oh, my phone
No,
was blowing up, dude. Yeah, like, oh, bro, what's up with your owner? Like, oh,
I'm
like,
surprised one of my buddies who I grew up with, he's one of my best friends growing up, hasn't messaged me and been like, dude, he'd be like, because he's a Commanders fan, he'd probably be like, my Commanders suck, but at least our owner doesn't, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, true. I have nothing to say. I have
touche,
no
man.
comeback for this, bro. I have
There is
nothing
no
to say.
comeback.
No. Um, Pretty crazy. See that the Niners play on Thursday, their final preseason game, and then I wonder how quickly are they leaving after the preseason game to go to Australia? Is it the next day? Is it right after the game?
Uh,
I would assume
well,
it's
they're
not right
they're
after.
gonna be there for a fucking week, so yeah, it's gonna be very soon. So, geez, man, it's coming up fast, and they have to deal with this. Like, what do you think? You think? I mean, obviously, the Niners put out a statement, right? They said, they can't comment on it. It's an ongoing legal
Hmm.
issue, so they can't have any further comment. But do you think Jed tries to get out in front of this, or do you think he goes the whole, I can't speak on it. It's a legal issue, you know, sort of thing? Or
I think he stays quiet. I don't think he's going to say much.
yeah,
He's probably being talked to by his lawyers to not say one word.
that's what I'm guessing. His lawyers are telling him shut up and
I
hide.
mean, if he's going to, I mean, he didn't make sense. It didn't make sense for him to pay extra money to stay in California and go with an escort service. But I guess if you're going to spend and waste a bunch of money, why not do it with the lawyers? I'm sure he's got some pretty high price lawyers. Uh, it's insane. That's just crazy on so many levels.
I'm worried this opens a can of worms and like some other escorts that he's used before come out and start saying stuff like, oh, well, he made me do this and he made me do that. And it's like, oh, here we go down this rabbit hole of because now they know he's like this big shot and it made the news and they're like, oh, well, we don't have to stay quiet anymore. And
When people make comments like, I wonder why there was a falling out, or I wonder why this happened. Somebody must have pictures of something, and we make a joke out of it, like, oh,
yeah,
somebody's got something over on somebody. That's why they won't say anything. This literally is that thing
yes.
where something that was going on in the background that he didn't want nobody to know. I just hope there's nobody else in the organization that's been doing stuff, and this is just a random, out of nowhere, somebody going through a divorce who's probably sexually deprived or just like a weird
I have
rich
a feeling this
person.
is because of I think the divorce has something to do with this. This is not his first time, Aaron. It's not like, oh, I'm getting into a
Yeah,
divorce
yeah,
and I'm gonna decide to go get a prostitute. I
yeah.
think
This
something happened.
well, because
So
he was so careless with it, so laissez faire. So
yes,
this had to have been done before. Because if it was like a first time
absolutely.
thing, he would have been nervous as hell. He probably would have tried to be more discreet. But when you're in a trailer park in Ohio, that
Come
looks
on,
like
yeah,
a
that's
neighborhood where
ballsy.
people make crystal meth in their freaking trailers.
Yeah.
That's just somebody being loosey goosey and not caring.
Yep.
Which means, like you said, he probably did it before. Like I said again, if I was rich, I would have been way more careful. I would have used a high price whatever service, and
You
you
have
would have
to.
never heard nothing about me.
Yeah.
But this dweeb had to do what he had to do, and instead of talking about week one and how excited we are and
We're
blah
dealing
blah
with this
blah, we got
shit.
to talk about this moron. Never,
Yep.
man. I'm so sick of being a Niners fan for the simple fact. Not like I'm still gonna watch the games. I love the team, but can it never just be about football?
I know.
Does it always have to be some underlying storyline like injuries, substation, Ayuk,
Arrests.
coach,
Yeah.
colliding with another car because of
Contract
drop
drama. Something, right?
every year, every single year? This is what happens. But all right, what's up? We're gonna move on from this
Let's switch gears.
story. Let's switch gears here. Let's bring this goofball, take him off the screen. Where is he?
I think our season is
Eh,
cooked. Yeah, it's not starting off too hot, Rhode Island Niner. I'll tell you that.
no, starting pretty rough. So I'm trying to think where we could go second. Where can we go?
CMC.
Let's talk George
Kittle.
Kittle. Let's talk George Kittle. He's been cleared. He's not on the PUP list. And his goal is to play week 1. There's the question if he should. Um, is he going to make the trip overseas? A lot of people think that he might miss game week 1 and then start week 2. What's your thought on the George Kittle situation? How happy are you to see him back?
I mean, it's great. It's great to see him back on the field in pads and stuff. And, obviously we know the type of energy he brings to the team. He is a one of one, right? And yeah, the fan in me is like, suit him up and play him against the Rams because we need every opportunity we can to get as many players out there to try to beat this super team, right? But then the other part of me, the logical side is like, absolutely not. Let him wait. We don't even need him week 2. We don't need him week 3. Let him come back week 4, right? I think week 4 if I'm trying to remember the schedule, but let him wait till we get to a harder team where we probably need him. Week 1 might be a loss anyway, just because we don't have any defensive ends that are healthy.
That's a whole other
that's
thing
kind
too.
of a big deal.
Yeah, it's a
You know what
huge
I mean?
deal.
And with Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, and Trent McDuffie, and all these guys that the Rams got now, and they're super loaded. It's just like, dude, I don't know. Is it worth it to put him out there and
Yeah,
have him play? I mean, do I want him to? Absolutely. I want to see George Kittle on the field, but damn, man, that's rough. I think it's
if
either
him
week 1 or
playing,
week 4, right?
yeah, if him playing gives us even a 1% chance of better beating the Rams, then I would go for it. But I mean, the Rams are so not taking us seriously that they're showing up day of and leaving day of. Like the Niners are like, yo, we're gonna travel, we're gonna go here a week early, and we're gonna stay and get acclimated. And the Rams are like, we're so much better than these chumps that we're just gonna go there, and we have that much confidence that we're gonna blow the doors off and then leave.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I picked us to win the first game. I have not very. It's not even that. It just you just look at the Rams, like what they did this offseason, and they got a Hall of Fame quarterback, and it's just this is a Super Bowl year for them. Like this is all or nothing. So
Yeah.
they've stayed pretty healthy this training camp. Unlike us. Did you see Seattle? They lost. When they lost
Bud Clark.
Bud Clark and also Bobo, I think, got injured too.
Yeah.
So the Super Bowl hangover is in full effect with Seattle. I won't be surprised if they lose or something weird happens. It just happens all the time. But they won, so that's a weird thing.
Who
It's
cares?
usually the Super Bowl hangover.
They won.
Yeah.
We had the Super Bowl hangover. We didn't even go.
Win.
And we lost. So, yeah.
2 years in a row, we had Super Bowl hangovers where nothing happened.
Yeah.
The mug shot will be everywhere. Yeah. I'd put it up for about 20 minutes. It's enough of that trash.
What's your take on it, Aaron? You want him to go?
I do. If he's healthy, let's go. I'm sick of worrying about injuries because that's all we talk about. And I'm at the front of that because I'm pissed about it because it never seems to be like something that they're ever going to fix.
Yeah.
I try to stay really positive this offseason too. Like I was really like super happy and like all predicting great things and great record. But as soon as everything starts, it's always the same freaking this player's out and this player's out and this one precaution. I'm like, they can barely get to the regular season.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happens when you actually have to play games? Like you can't protect these guys forever.
But I don't trust his training staff to okay him to play because they're gonna clear him early and then he's gonna blow his entire body. You know what I mean?
His whole body's gonna pop.
It's gonna just explode from the pressure of the airplane of 16 hours and then landing in another continent. His body is gonna implode, and it's like, believe me, I want him to play so bad because I want to beat the Rams so bad. But then I think back, right? I'm like, okay, remember week 1 last year? Niners played Seattle on the road. Niners won that game. It seemed like, oh, wow, okay, Seattle sucks. But, they end up coming and winning the Super Bowl. Week 1 didn't matter as much, and that was a division game as well, right? So, to me, I'm kind of like, you know what? Fuck that game. It is what it is. we're not ready. Our defensive ends are not ready because we don't have any. George Kittle, he's an all-star Hall of Fame player, but Tonjes and it looks like Luke Farrell's stepping up somewhat. I think we have enough weapons on offense with Debo, Evans, Stribling, CMC. The running backs, the backup running backs, they seem to be stepping up. I think we have enough to save George Kittle a little bit down the line. And what a boost that would be. You get him, week 4, week 5 coming in like, hey, I'm ready to go. Like, I feel solid. Like, that's a big, big, shot to the arm for the team too, to keep them going.
I forgot where reporters said that he thinks that they should wait a week, bring him back week 2.
I don't even think week 2, because I don't think you need him week 2.
It's
You
not
know
a
what I
matter if
mean?
we need him. It's just it's if he's prepared to come back week 1, but you don't want him to travel
Yeah.
overseas.
But then you're playing
If
like
he,
Miami and then Arizona, like when you get back, and it's kind of like, all
yeah, but
right,
why
dude.
not beat that? To take them for granted and think that we might not lose those games is dangerous thinking.
Very
I
true.
think
Very
I think
true.
you go into every game with as much firepower and weapons as you can possibly put on the field. And if a team is doo-doo cheese and you're supposed to beat them by freaking 40 points. Don't
Or
risk it by being.
have him play in a limited, capacity, right? Like lower his snaps. Just have him out there. He doesn't have to play every damn snap. Have him out there for 30 snaps, and that's it, just to get warmed up. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite 49ers of all time. I want him to finish his whole career in San Francisco or Santa Clara, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things. Like, I mean, to be honest, I'm nervous. Like, it's an Achilles injury, and he's coming back in what, 7 months,
That's what
8
I'm saying.
months?
And I think we have enough. I think we have enough firepower on offense to to deal with George Kittle not being in there. Defensively, I'm not confident that we can. If it was somebody on defense, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they should push it to come back because we really, really need them back. Kittle, I mean, I'm trying to look for the long game of the season. Week 1, I get it. It's against the Rams, division rival. But like I said, I look back to last year. Same thing happened with Seattle. They lost week 1. It was fine. They just, they finished the season strong. And I think that's what the Niners need to do because they have it kind of easy in the beginning. Like, let George come back and get that shot in the arm of the adrenaline. And I think that does make a big difference to a team, but if he goes down after week 1 because he came back too early, that would take all the air out of the balloon, I think, for Niner fans, and that would be
We've seen
very,
this
very
team
early.
kind of collapse too, and like scary stuff happens to their players. It kind of
Yep.
affects the core of the team. Let's kind of transition. So we got Bosa still out, but CMC is back. There's been a lot of talk that the Bosa stuff is really precautionary, but it
But
looks
he's
like
not
the
even there.
CMC. To me, it's just crazy that like how many players they have under precaution. It goes to show you that even within the team, they're in their own head when it comes to injuries, but they're not
Yeah.
willing to do anything about it. So screw them. If you're in your own head about something and you're worried about guys getting hurt, fix your training staff. You fixed everything else. You got all these. You brought in extra people. You brought in aqua therapy or water therapy. Why not get rid of the one guy that's in charge and put a new staff out there? Move your training facility. Make
Maybe they should bring in
people
an escort service.
and an escort service. Just bring it all in. Just take it off site of where it is, because like even if the substation thing is a complete myth and theory, which it looks like it is, it just still looks it to get the conversation to change. They need to
Yeah,
take drastic measures.
100%.
Get a new practice field. Um, get a new head trainer. And try to change the conversation. Like, oh, they got rid of the substation, but then knowing the Niners, they'll go to another place and then something else will curse them. I don't know, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But so here's a video of Christian McCaffrey talking about that. They actually, what he went through this training camp was actually something that they
Planned,
planned,
right?
where they were going to ramp him up, ramp him down, and then ramp him back up again. So I'll put it up.
the way the media works now is firestorm. But this was kind of part of the plan from the jump, was to ramp up pretty big, get 9-10 practices in, kind of come back down, and then ramp back up so we're fresh for the duration. So, our staff's done a great job of kind of coming up with specific plans, and again, I feel great. So, feel fresh, and it's good to be back out there.
How do you think George looked, and what do you think about his just how fast he's getting back from his Achilles?
It's unbelievable, man. We've been watching him. Just because guys aren't out there practicing, they're still working out. So I've been watching him for the last 4 or 5 weeks, going out there and working out, and he looks incredible. And it really is amazing. It's a testament to his work ethic, how much time he puts into recovering. But to come back this fast, there's a difference between coming back quickly and coming back and looking like that. And so. It's amazing, man. When 85's on the field, when he's in shoulder pads and a helmet, everybody on the team feels it.
That ain't a lie, man. That ain't a lie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad that's what it was, Christian McCaffrey. To say I haven't been worried would be a lie.
I love how he's wearing Trent's hat too. That just shows like the camaraderie of the team.
Well, they're a close team. They have a lot of veterans on that team. Yep. They have a pretty young defense, though. That's funny. They're young. Their defense is actually really young, which is awesome. They have a young secondary. They have young. Their linebackers are a little bit old, but I'll tell you what, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit. They have some depth on that defense, at least on the back half. The front half is a whole other thing. Oh, actually, no, it's really just edge. They're pretty deep at D tackle. They're pretty deep at linebacker, and their secondaries or their corners. So there's holes here and there, but yeah, it's good to see him back. I'm like, nobody needs to play. I don't think anybody's going to play this Thursday. I was watching that preseason game, Mike, and you could just tell Kyle's just like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Nobody get hurt. Yep. I want to get out of here. Like, I was so bored watching the preseason game on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of those people who loves 49er football in all different forms. When it comes to meaningless preseason games where you could lose guys for the year, I hate it. Especially with this team's luck, where it seems like every year, every game, preseason, practice, somebody gets injured. They can never get through one game of practice where somebody's not hurt. Ever.
Yeah.
It never happens. So that's why I'm just like, get over with the preseason. So glad to see him back.
What's your take on Bosa? Like, what do you think is going on there? Like, what, he's just going to play 100% full throttle week 1?
I don't know, Mike.
Like, there's no ramp up to like him.
Mike, I don't know, man. I'm so I'll put it like this. If they have another season where he either misses time or isn't himself, I'm trading him next offseason, and I'm done with it.
Yeah.
You could take that money and you can go get 2 guys. You know what I mean? You could split the cost and go get 2 guys. Instead of bringing in one big guy, bring in 2 guys, 2 edge rushers. Not, bring in Alex Highsmith and another player, and then couple that with Romello Height, and then all of a sudden maybe you have something. I'm just sick of this.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, what's the problem? Like, what are you doing, man?
Did you see that video of his leg? It looks like he has a lot of atrophy on his ACL leg. That it's been going around. I don't know how legit the video is, but people have been talking about it, and it's like, oh man, it looks like his what is it? His right leg has a lot of muscle loss compared to his left one, obviously due to the surgery. But like, damn, man.
Well, when you're not able to, like, if you break a leg and you're not able to be on the leg, you're gonna get atrophy.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of atrophy from a shoulder situation. I couldn't do anything with my shoulder for a while, so the muscles kind of get a little. I mean, I'm kind of chubby, but like they shrink a little bit. And then once I did some work because I've had 2 shoulder procedures, and I had a little atrophy around like where my upper arm was, just like got small. But I don't know, man. This whole Bosa thing just really, it puts a damper on my thought. And same thing with because I want to get into Mike Evans as well.
Oh,
that's a whole other thing that I'm really stressed out about and angry about. Because we talked about this in the offseason. Like, yeah, I'm excited, but when you have a team that's like injured all the time, and then you bring in somebody who was healthy their whole career, but the last couple of years they've been hurt. When guys get hurt, big surprise, right? Like, injured team brings in more injured players, and they get injured again. And at this point, it's like my happiness was measured with Mike Evans from the beginning because I was like, oh man, if he could show back from like 2-3 years ago, he's still amazing. But
Yep.
he was really hurt last year. So that was what I've been saying. And sure enough, he's barely practiced. And it's just been
You can't make it through more than 2 practices.
That's the thing. Yeah. It's insane.
And he's dealing with our training staff, which is even worse.
Of course.
Sabotaging him.
This is what Dante had to say about the situation.
When I looked at Mike Evans missing practice, I thought it's August, veteran maintenance, no big deal. But now that we know he's dealing with a quad injury, that changes the conversation for me. Because one missed practice is maintenance, multiple missed practices with an actual injury, now I'm paying attention. And Mike Evans is a veteran. He doesn't need every training camp rep to understand how to play receiver, but he does need those legs. Your quad affects explosion, your ability to get in and out of breaks, and your ability to accelerate downfield. And here's what concerns me. Soft tissue injuries have a way of lingering. You feel good, you come back, you open up full speed, and bam, there it is again. So I'm not panicking over Mike Evans, but I'm definitely watching him because the question isn't whether Mike Evans knows how to get ready for week 1. The question is whether his body is going to let him get ready. Because Father Time is undefeated, and he will sneak up on you.
When you start to feel like a little tug, when you start to feel a little pull, when you start to feel a strain, you're talking 3 weeks
minimum.
3 weeks of we need to baby this injury. He's not going to play in any of these preseason games. Manage him to get him to where he can practice, and then hopefully it does not become an acute issue, nagging issue, and then you can get him out there in week 1. Because not only does Mike Evans know how to play receiver, first few days of training camp, Brock Purdy realized, I literally cannot overthrow Mike Evans.
What a joke. What a joke.
Dude,
I'm so
Are we going to be down wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2?
Yeah.
Before the season even starts? With Pearsall being out, he was number 2. Mike Evans being number 1. Is he even going to be able to play?
Stribling got dinged up in practice the other day with the shoulder. Same thing with Demo, but it looked to be nothing. I just think this is a worst case scenario for Stribling because then he's going to be force fed the ball, which means there's a better chance of him getting hurt.
Yep, and a lot of pressure, right? A lot of pressure.
Yeah, let's talk about him. What kind of transition? He looks great. He looks good, man.
Fantastic.
Now again, it's the real. The preseason is preseason, but like I was saying this with Sterling. We don't know if he's gonna, his preseason is gonna transfer into his regular season, but physically, he belongs in the league. He's big, fast, he's athletic. He's got that twitch. What do they call it? That quick twitch when you're young. So that is a given. Now it's just a matter of, can he do it in real games against better corners? I mean, I think he can. When you have Brock throwing you the ball, there's a good chance. Brock doesn't put you in harm's way for the most part. He gets you. If you're open, he'll hit you. But like, if you're going to put it all on him, it's just scary. Like, it's
and Stribling's been very consistent. He's been able to do it in mini camp, training camp, preseason games. He's stayed consistent. It hasn't been like, he only had one game where he flashed against this number 5 corner. He's been doing it every single game, every single opportunity he's had in camp or in preseason. He's doing it, and that's exactly what we've been talking about. We want to see that potential. His floor is already higher than some of these other wide receivers they've drafted in a higher round than him. You know what I mean? So Stribling, like I said, take me to the strip club, baby. Me and Jed York will go there and make it rain. But strip club all day. Let's go.
I hope your wife didn't hear that, by the way.
No, she's all right. Don't worry.
It says, I remember being initially excited for the season. I still kind of am, but there's a lot of worry. Oh, of course, brother. 100%. I'm right there with you. I'm excited, but I'm terrified. Because they can barely get through freaking training camp with guys being hurt all the time. It's so annoying.
Look how many guys we had to sign just to get through the game on Thursday.
Right? Here's the thing. This is the problem I have. People are like, oh, you're so focused on injuries. You know why I'm focused on injuries? Because back in the day, we never thought about them. We never talked about them. Nothing. But that's all we talked about for 10 years, 12, 13, ever since the 2013 season. It's every single season. Everybody's always hurt all the time. And it's so annoying. Like, I don't even like half all the conversations that we ever talk about during the off season is always about injuries. That's all we talk about. It's not because somebody's trying to make a YouTube video to get clicks or somebody wants to make content and just, talk about. No, that's all. I mean, that's the news all the time. I just don't remember back in the day when I was a fan in my early years ever even worrying about injuries the clip that they lose people.
Not like this.
It's just so dumb. It's so annoying. Like I've told people before, the NFL was so hard back in the day, so physical. They have so many advancements in medicine and recovery, and yet guys are hurt more than ever now. Doesn't make sense. My nephew always got me. We used to get in these arguments about like athletes are better today because they're bigger, stronger, faster. Yeah, but they're also squishier nowadays too. Like they're always hurt. Like load management in the NBA. Are you kidding me? But I don't know what's up with the modern athlete. Maybe they don't drink enough milk growing up or something. And I don't know. All I know is it's annoying that we always got to talk about injuries, and I wish we didn't have to. But it's an ongoing situation where it's always a topic because it's always happening. So my thing with Mike Evans is too, like the way that this receiving core kind of shakes itself out is like I was hoping to feed Mike Evans a lot. Like I want him to be
in the red zone, right?
Yeah, but I want him to be the guy that gets the ball the most, and I want Stribling to kind of, at least at first, get whatever falls off the side of the wagon. You know what I mean? But I don't want Stribling to have to be the guy by himself as a rookie. Could he handle it? He looks like he can, but why be to the point where like you're going throwing to one guy all the time and it just increases his chance of getting hurt, which is we think about that because it always happens.
Hurt and also confidence for a rookie, right? Like you don't need him going up against Trent McDuffie week 1, getting pressed and covered and draped all over and going against Witherspoon one-on-one press man. Like, could he beat them? Probably, maybe, I don't know. But those are some of the best corners in the league, and to just right off the bat be thrown into the fire like that could kill a wide receiver's confidence, and that could be detrimental for his potential growth, right? Like we need to get him to where he's comfortable. You have Mike Evans drawing all the attention. He can work, against, number 2 corners and stuff like that. Build that confidence up, get his timing down, his rhythm, where his head's not spinning and the game's not going too fast for him. But, you're lining up against the number 1 beast on the other team. That's rough. That's baptism by fire for sure.
Yep. So some other news happened. They made a trade for Deion Jones, a linebacker, I guess originally from Tampa. I don't know what team he was on last year. I don't really care. A lot of people are saying this could be. He was a decent player. A lot of people said this could be a move where they like trade Tatum Bethune for an edge rusher or something, like because they're so deep a linebacker. Because I know there's some injuries to certain guys, guys that don't really matter.
Why didn't they just trade for an edge rusher then?
That's right. Out of all the trades, well, they brought in some. Let's see where the names are.
No.
Let me bring up some of these names here. I'm sure you've heard of them before.
I think they brought in one edge guy who's just
Dewan Black, Valami Fiacco, and Ron Stone Jr.
Oh, all right.
Wow, yeah, that really gets me excited,
Okay.
That gives me a chubby. Like they're really answering the call when it comes to the edge rushing game. Oh, what a joke.
I think they're just trying to get through this preseason game with bodies, and they don't want to put anybody else out there who's going to potentially start.
Yeah.
They're just finding guys.
I agree with that. But that all teams do that.
They better not be like on the team after Thursday. I'll tell you that.
My whole thing is we talked about this ad nauseum in the preseason or in the offseason. Me and you, like they did not do enough to address edge. And Sterling was trying to get me to understand, like, well, if this person's healthy and this person's healthy, they'll have enough, and this guy will shine more. Like he was telling me about, because Romello Height has really shown nothing in the preseason.
Zero.
And everyone's like, well, when this person comes back and this guy's back in the lineup, he's not. I'm like, but what? Why can't we just have an edge rusher that it doesn't matter if he has people around him or not? He can still rush the passer. Like, why does there have to be all this accoutrement or mise en place? All this other stuff needs to happen
Like they
for
say,
him.
hope is not a strategy, right? Like, I hope he comes back healthy. I hope he can play week 1. Like, no, hope is not a strategy. We don't have a healthy starting caliber defensive end on this team right now. Sam O, he's a rotation. He's a backup. He's not a starter in this league. I'm sorry. He's not. I don't know. Keon White, what the fuck's going on with him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. But we don't have a starting caliber defensive end on this team, and
Nope.
It's malpractice.
We're this late in the game and right before the beginning of the season. They literally are going to tell you we're going to depend on Michael Williams, who's not going to be ready.
Yeah.
Who knows when? Nick Bosa, who knows? Keon White,
I don't even know where
who
he
knows?
is.
Romello Height. Like,
who's that guy?
You're not beating the Rams if you can't move Stafford off that spot. I'm sorry. I don't care how good your coverage linebackers are. I don't care how good your corners are. I don't care how good your defensive tackles are. If you can't move people off a spot, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
I'm past being stressed about it. I'm just angry.
Puka's going to have like 300 yards week 1.
Who's that?
Puka.
That's if he plays. He's a freaking weirdo.
He'll play. I think they're going to let him play, but I think he's going to have like 300 fucking yards because Stafford's just going to throw him the fucking ball in 1.5 seconds and he's going to go to town and we're screwed. Hopefully the Niners can score 70 points with this offense.
Exactly. That's it. The Niners got to score 70 points against the Rams because the Rams literally will not be stopped this whole game.
Yeah.
If you can't get any now, if you can get pass rush on Matt Stafford, he turns into just like pretty much everybody turns into a pumpkin when they get enough pressure in their face. But I think our quarterback's going to be the one who's running for his life that whole game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's talk about left guard. What a joke, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Carver Willis, Robert Jones, Connor Colby. Nobody's shown out to be
Ronald
the guy.
McDonald.
Ronald McDonald.
Who else?
The Hamburglar. Yeah. The left guard is a problem.
Oh, it ain't a problem yet. Wait till week 1 in Australia. That's really going to be a problem. It's really going to be a problem. Fuck.
They threw so much at left guard this year, though, but it was just all like low talent guys. Carver Willis looks like he might be the one.
Yeah.
Carver Willis might be the one that gets the job. We all thought Robert Jones, but he's been hurt. So, he's a veteran, but it's, if Carver gets it and he wins it and he plays well, then that's great. But it's just the Niners, it's weird. They put money in certain areas on the team and they will allocate the crap out of stuff, right? And then there's other spots on the team where you think they're important, like offensive line. And other than Trent, they really don't like putting any money into their offensive line. And it always seems in the biggest games when we have a game where we lose offensive line, like the Super Bowl, there's always, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that they have to completely revamp their team building strategy, but I don't know. Like,
they probably should
invest, but not all of it. I mean, they've done a good job the last couple of years of getting some D tackles in here and some depth at linebacker. They don't suck at building everything in every position, just certain positions.
Collins and CJ West don't look too good. I'm gonna say that.
I haven't even noticed CJ West. Has he played this preseason?
No.
Where has he been?
I don't know. Alfred Collins wasn't looking too good either. I've been telling people since the offseason they weren't good last year, and people were like, "Oh, I'm telling you." Now there's rumors they might be on the trade block. Like, are you serious? I don't know. And who are the edge rushers the 49ers have developed?
None.
None.
Zero. Zilch. Nada.
Zero.
That's
So
ridiculous.
they obviously cannot draft at that position to save their life. They've tried at no prevail. So the only way to do it is for them to trade for somebody. So and they refuse to do it, but they just keep taking these massive swings at edge and whiffing horribly bad, which sets us back all these years when you might as well just trade the asset for someone proven because they can't do it. They are inept at it.
The only one that they got, it was in Bosa because he fell into their hands, you know?
Yeah, and he was already developed.
Yeah. Blame Jed and Kyle. Fire them. Not yet. Maybe after this year, but I don't think Kyle's going anywhere. If anybody needs to leave, it might be Johnny Lynch and maybe Jed. Just have Kyle take over everything, man. Ownership.
Yeah.
No, he's the only person I have confidence in, Mike, is Kyle.
Yep.
Kyle's my guy. Everybody else is expendable and could be brushed aside and we would never notice.
I agree.
They're just it's crazy, man. Like, how many years has it been since we have D Ford and we haven't found a consistent guy opposite Bosa? It's like the Bosa show, and if Bosa's hurt and doesn't play, they have no edge game. Like, that's stupid.
Zero. Yeah.
That's so stupid. Like, how do you build your team like that?
I don't know. They have to change something, Aaron. Their philosophy, their scouting, there's something horribly wrong there where they cannot find these guys on the defensive line like to play productive football. I don't know.
Drake
like
Jackson, awful. Who was the other one that we had last year?
They had Solomon Thomas they whiffed on, Drake Jackson, Kinlaw. Keep going.
Who was the edge guy last year that we ended up? I think he went to the Dolphins in the offseason. Forget his name. That's how much of an impact player he was. We don't know his name is.
Don't know.
It's just pathetic, man. Yeah. They're going into a season right now where they literally have no edge rush going against the best quarterback in the NFL who's got a gold jacket waiting for him at the end of his career. And you think you're just going to, scheme up some pressure?
Yeah,
to
with
get him,
two number one wide receivers that he's just ready to throw the ball at any moment. This draft is awesome. We don't know anything about this draft yet.
We're talking about the fact that they can't draft another edge player besides Bosa. They've been horrible at it. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Other than Bosa falling into their lap, they have done absolutely dog water trash when it comes to building their edge rush game opposite Bosa. Nothing. They have nothing. Zero. My confidence to beat the Rams would be exponential if they had Bosa starting and they had somebody formidable on the other side. Yeah. Even if it was like a Jadeveon Clowney who ended up going somewhere.
Exactly.
Even if it was, I'm trying to think of I know there's a guy, somebody was talking about this like proposed trade with the Colts. I forget what his name is. But just like anybody who has a starting player that's had like 10 sacks in a season, who's reasonably young and reasonably expensive, instead of like all your money's in Bosa, and then you're throwing like chicken scraps to the rest of the defensive line. Like, here, we're gonna go get him. We're gonna knock.
Don't worry, Bosa's gonna take all the double teams. You just have to beat your guy 1-on-1, and they can't even do that.
I mean, I know they have what the hell do the Seahawks have? I forget that edge player name. DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah, but they're just well coached, and they have a really good interior defensive line. They have a big, heavy defensive line.
Their entire defense is legit on all levels.
They did that O-line. Yeah, that's what they do with the O-line. They have like one massively talented player, and then they just have dog water trash.
And with how good the Seattle defense was, the Rams still almost beat them. Yep. And they had a stacked defensive line that generated crazy pressure. And the Rams were still almost able to beat them last year. So what do you think they're going to do to this defensive line? We have Osa, and that's about it.
If Grayson Colton could play in the middle on pass rush downs with Osa Odigizua, and they had like I said, he's just a respectable edge player. It's just
Yeah.
they just have no depth on the edge. They have depth at D tackle. They had depth at linebacker, cornerback. They have Hobbs. They have Jack Jones. They have Bernardo Green. They have Demo. They even have Ephesians Prysock. They have a decent safety. Is free safety trash, trash, trash. Edge rusher trash, trash, trash. Like they just don't have anything there. I just don't understand how you can go a whole offseason, training camp, free agency, draft, and not improve the two weakest places on your defense.
When you get
The
20
two
sacks
weakest,
last year, and you're like, nah, that was an anomaly. Don't worry about it.
we're going to coach him up and we're going to get sacks that way.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Don't worry, Chris Caceres going to develop these guys.
our interior D line will be great. Yeah, probably if they can stay healthy. Even our
Osa and who?
probably Grayson Halton.
But we don't know that. He's a rookie. We haven't seen him in live fire NFL versus NFL starters.
Give me Sebastian Valdez. Let him make the team.
Fucking shit, man. Come on. We need some players. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all now.
I'm hoping Grayson pans out. He's shown that he can.
For the
let's wait
two
to
of you
see.
that watch me and Mike, be prepared for a lot of complaining after week one.
Yeah.
If we don't get any sacks and Stafford throws for like 500 yards.
Yeah.
You think I'm complaining now? Oh, you've seen nothing. You have seen nothing. And Sterling made a good point. He's like, who would you wanted to go after in the offseason? Who? I'm like, I don't know. Like somebody. He's like, but there's nothing out there. There's nothing really out there. I'm like, I don't know. Make a trade for freaking the guy from the Steelers that we talked about, Highsmith. I would take out.
There's mid-level guys on every team that you can make an offer for, or that there's a couple free agents out there. Just got to make some type of signing. Like you said, you can't keep getting these UFL guys to come in and play edge. Like, dude, come on.
You got one guy is like a filet mignon and the other guy is like a bologna sandwich level player. Like you can't have bologna
sacks last year and all the resources that you put in was a 3rd round draft pick of a guy who's probably not going to pan out from what it looks like already. Like
now, what all this,
good enough.
All these perceived moves that he had as a pass rusher, and he has this repertoire. I've seen nothing. Someone's like, "Oh, he got near a play the other day. He got near a sack or a tackle for loss."
Like, shit.
Who cares?
Fucking great.
Anytime it comes to making a move, we get the due diligence line 100%, Peter Parker. Every time you guys are, oh my God. I tweet that all the time. I'm like, the Niners aren't going to get them. And then I always do ... but they're going to do their due diligence.
Exactly.
The Niners are in on everybody, but never actually get them.
And the second a report comes out saying that the Niners are interested, you might as well just say, never mind, it's not happening. So, yep.
This team will not be locked in. I don't see the players overcoming all this drama. Ayuk, Substation Kyle, now Jed. Might as well tank for a top 10 pick. I'm not willing to go there yet, but you never knew. Yet.
We'll see after how bad they play week one.
Me and Mike could be totally wrong and they could totally kick the Rams' ass week one, but it's going to be an uphill battle. If they're healthy on offense and they can score a bunch of points, then maybe. Really, with the Rams, you just need a couple stops and a turnover or two, and you can beat them. Like, I think the Niners, if healthy, offensively, can put up points. Evans, Stribling, Kittle, McCaffrey.
They have enough firepower for sure.
They can do it, but it's just a matter of health. Anything. Yeah, you got to be able to stop it. You're not going to win a game 59-58. Like, it's just
no.
I don't know, man. All I know is we got like a week or something, or 2 weeks till the season starts. I forget.
And I hate to say, I don't think they're putting up a lot of firepower or a lot of points against a Rams defense that has.
Yeah, the Rams are pretty talented. They got, I guess, what's his name's going to play? Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
You got Aaron Donald on the same line as you have Myles Garrett, and you got two really good corners.
Other guys. with that other defensive line as well, and
You
McDuffie and
see,
all those other dudes.
see the pressure's off of them though, because they've won that Super Bowl already,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're trying to get another one, so they can go in Super Bowl or bust. The Niners are trying to do this quasi rebuild, half rebuild, half in it, half
Yeah.
out of it.
Yes.
It's
And it makes
weird.
no
It's like,
sense.
are you all in, and you're gonna break the team down, and we're gonna suck for 5 years? I guess I understand that, because they don't want to be either. They don't want to be like all in, but they also don't want to, reset the whole thing, and then somebody will have to wait another 5 years until another regime comes in here. But like, I don't know.
I'm so fucking confused on their strategy, Aaron. They gave Robert Saleh the keys last year, and they gave him full autonomy to draft whoever he wanted and bring in whoever he wanted without keeping him for more than 1 year. And it's like, why? What was the point? And now these players are going on a different scheme. Some of
Again,
these players don't fit, and it's like, what the fuck was the point of that? I don't get it. It makes no sense.
young players who constantly have to be switched out of certain systems, defensive systems, even offensive systems, you never get a chance to grow.
Yeah.
You never have a chance where your talent takes over, because you're thinking all the time. You're right. Defense every year, it's kind of the same scheme, but it's kind of not. As long as they have Chris Kasarik, they're always going to kind of do a similar thing. The wide nine trash, which I think is absolutely horrible against the run. But we've been pretty negative today, guys. So if you didn't like it, I'm sorry. That's just the kind of mood we've been in. But we'll be back next week to, I guess we wrap up the preseason and look forward to the regular season. I don't know. Maybe they'll go sign out. Maybe they'll go trade for Alex Highsmith and something, and then we could actually be like, oh my God, they did something. But
yeah.
Until then, everybody, thanks for some of you who came in here and actually participated. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and go Niners.